is a good brother. This brother is doing a lot of work with his groups and educating our youth. I have my main man, 50 grand, Aquaus Kelley in the building. What's going on with you, bro?
What's good, Julian? How's everything?
I'm good, man. Good to have you tonight. How was your New Year?
Everything was good, man. I'm actually working on a few things right now. So just doing what I do as usual,
All right, I see you, man. You doing your thing, man. I mean, I had to cut mine off, man. You got the Marvin Gaye special going on, man. You smooth, you chilling. Hey, man, I'm trying, man. I'm moving and shaking. But tonight's topic, collaboration. Let us know what your thoughts on it. I just gave the people a little case study about what's going on and how bacon and eggs. Now I know you're a plant-based brother. I'm trying to convert, so I know I'm the first thing I ask you, right? What's going on?
Yeah.
But just in the concept from your professional opinion about the impact of collaboration.
I mean, when I think of collaboration, I just think of partnership, which is essential when it comes to branding business throughout the marketplace. I think of Supreme and how they partner with a lot of different brands, which has helped to rise their and amplify their brand, from a streetwear brand to partnering with the North Face and Timberland. And essentially, what does that do? It expands their presence. So that's what partnership is essentially about, is amplifying our presence and introducing what we do naturally, as you said, to a new audience, a new market, a new community. So right. That's what comes to mind when I think of collaboration.
All right, so let the people know, what it is you do. Big shout out to Matt, what I'm saying, my man Matt Sims. What it is you do, and how you bring value to the culture.
Yeah, so I'm an educator, right? I'm an educator at heart. That's number one: educator, strategist, and founder. So ultimately, I believe in a social mission. I believe everyone should have a social mission. That's what I believe is our North Star and what guides us through this life that we live. So my social mission is to uplift humanity, right? Okay. So because that is my social mission, everything that I have to do has to align with that. So educating, working with youth, working with young people, that aligns with helping to uplift humanity. Working with brands, that aligns with helping to uplift humanity. And then just empowering communities. So as you see right there, We Love Hub City is a platform I founded back in 2016. And that's really focused on promoting positivity within New Brunswick. So I live in New Brunswick, New Jersey, and it just so happened that while I was out here, that's the idea that came to mind to help bridge the gap between local businesses, community culture, community organizations, education, and government. And that's how I add value. Just really, I'm a bridge builder, man. So that's what I do. I build bridges, I connect, I collaborate, and I enjoy partnering with other people who align with my social mission.
Right. Now we're looking at this image right here of the minister on campus at Rutgers U. Can you talk about this right here in this moment and how this came about?
Yeah, so it's funny you mentioned that. So when you look at the feed of We Love Hub City, it's all curated content, which means it's user generated. Mm-hmm. There's no way, when we talk about business and scale, right? There's no way I can literally go around an entire city and just take photos of myself. So right. What I figured is I would just create the platform to curate content that is a positive reflection of the city of New Brunswick. So whether right. It's the skyline or whether it's Minister Farrakhan at Rutgers, every single photo you see represents the lifestyle within the city of New Brunswick. So that photo of Minister Farrakhan, that was actually taken, and it's crazy how this unfolds, but that was actually taken by a teacher that I recently interviewed on another platform that I'm a part of, entitled Community Voices. Mm-hmm. But I didn't know that until literally last week. So right. I had that photo sitting in my phone for 4 years, since like 2015. So as I was going through my photos, because it was the end of the year, December, we're looking to clean things out, start off fresh, I came across that photo. I'm like, oh, let me post this photo. And it just so happened that it was taken by Joel Plummer, who is an educator and a friend of a friend. And, you know, we ended up bringing him onto another platform that I'm a part of, as I just mentioned, Community Voices. So, I mean, that in itself is kind of like how collaboration from a universal perspective comes around full circle.
Definitely, man. I'm just, scanning through these images, man. These are great photos. And, they're giving me ideas. But, for the audience, this is a great example of how Aquaus is saying, through collaboration, he's part of so many different circles that have their own purpose and their own mission. And, he's able to merge all those things together to tell a story. But where I think this We Love Hub City feed is very valuable is in an example of imagery and how on Instagram, which is a visual platform, is driven by pictures and video, right? This would make me want to follow this, even if I've never heard of New Brunswick, New Jersey, right? You can look at this photo right here. It's a nice looking female, but she's eating at a restaurant, and then the lighting in the background, it has a certain vibe. Now, what I wanted to ask is, I see that you're tagging the restaurants in the photos.
Yeah.
Have you approached any local businesses? Because New Brunswick, for people who don't know, that is the hometown of Rutgers University, where the main campus is. They have campuses all throughout New Jersey, but that is the main campus, and that's where most people, like he said, hub. They come in, and there's a lot of business connects there, and even with New Jersey Transit, that is a big place. So for people who are not familiar, that's what we were referring to when we say Hub City. But have you approached, with that being a college town, some of the local businesses to do marketing and, maybe, an influencer campaign to help drive business? Because I know local shops are really struggling right now.
I've had businesses approach me, actually.
Okay.
But again, as someone who is a part of multiple platforms, I have to be wise about what it is and how I allocate my energy, because I can't do everything, right? So essentially for me, this is something that I enjoy doing just off the strength, just giving love to the city that I live and reside in, right? In the long run, in terms of like the long-term marathon approach, We Love Hub City is essentially a part of a lover's ambition, right? So a lover's ambition is the parent company, right? Umbrella for everything that I do. So essentially everything that I do sits under a lover's ambition, right? And right now I'm not really pushing anything crazy like that, right? So I'm just sitting back, doing what I do behind the scenes, as you mentioned, knowing that each interaction, each project I'm involved in is building brand. So I'm just continuing to build brand. I'm not worried about sales now. I'm not worried about transactions now. I'm building brand, knowing that eventually through building brand, through impact, through meaning, through purpose, there will come times to monetize whatever it is I'm working on, to work on campaigns, to work with brands. And that's when everything will make sense.
Right. And see, now that's a great point for the public and a lot of people that are in business as well as music to understand that there is seeds to be sown. And that's, not to get religious, but that, in the Bible, it talks about that. You reap what you sow. If you sow those seeds, and I'm just looking at this feed. I mean, this is beautiful photography, I was going to say as well. I mean, this is really professional level, and the feed flows, the colorways flow. And but he's investing in his brand. He's putting the time in to build equity, to build trust with the audience, to so the businesses are approaching him at this point. And this is a great example. I just wanted to show you guys what you can do. Here goes the brothers right here, the Harlem Capital brothers, you know what I mean, doing their thing. So there's a mixture to it, it's a vibe to it. And it's very colorful. It pops, and I just wanted to give you your credit for that, because a lot of times we want to just get to the money. We want to monetize in 10 seconds, and that's not always the best way to do it. But before we wrap up, I wanted to say, was there anything that you wanted to share with the people or let the people know as far as how they can get in contact with you, if they want to support your mission, if they want to support your movement? What's the best way that they can reach you?
Yeah, so before I give out my personal credentials, I just want to say, just to bring things around full circle, based on what you just showed on the Lover's Ambition feed, you know, that's one of the reasons why I started working with Driven Society, right?
Okay.
So my work with Driven Society, which is a multicultural production creative agency, and, you know, recently Driven just wrapped up our partnership with Cadillac. So we did a Driven Ones dinner with Cadillac, right?
Wow.
So the video for that is on the Driven Society Instagram. So if you go to Driven Society on Instagram, you'll see that video. And that work came through my work. So listening to a podcast or watching a video, engaging with that content. So anyone who's listening right now, whatever it is you want to do, whatever you admire, whoever you admire, engage in their content. Watch their videos on YouTube and soak in that information. And then if you are an artist, maybe you could create a mural that represents what you just listened to, right? If you are a writer, maybe you can write about what you just heard on a YouTube video and create an article around it. If you are a speaker, maybe you can create a podcast and just talk about the different things that are inspiring you based on someone else's podcast you listen to. These are all ways to create and bring attention to the work that we do through curating someone else's content, translating that into a skill that we have, speaking, writing, whatever it is, and then putting that back out into the ecosystem so that people can become aware of our skill and our talent also. And that essentially is kind of like the science of collaboration.
Right.
It's taking what we do well and merging that with what someone else has done already, and then just leveling that up, bringing it to another level. So that's the insight that I want to share with everyone listening tonight, because that's literally what has brought me to where I am today. And you can catch me, you can connect with me on IG at Aquaus, Aquaus. And if you just Google Aquaus Kelley, all my socials will come up, LinkedIn, Twitter. So that's how you can catch me. You can also check out Driven Society at Driven Society, We Love Hub City at We Love Hub City, and A Lover's Ambition at A Lover's Ambition.
Okay, perfect, man. We definitely want to bring you back again, let you teach a master class on content, because, brother, this content is A1, right? And also I want to know, do you do photography professionally as well? Because I know a lot of the people that's out here, whether it be artists, creators, or business people that need these services, man. I mean, because whoever's taking these pictures, they doing their job. You feel me?
Yeah. So no visual credit goes to me. I don't shoot anymore. Okay. However, I do have a spreadsheet of photographers, videographers. So anyone looking to get in touch with someone else, I can definitely help with that.
Okay. All right, definitely, man. So we're going to check back with you, man. Happy New Year to you. Make sure you send my love to the fam. And check this brother out, man. This is definitely one of the guys that's getting it done out here in 2021. And, you know, you need to pay attention. So, you know, I definitely wish you a good night. And I will check in with you next time, brother.
Absolutely. Happy New Year. Much love.
All right. Peace.